Sziasztok! Szeretettel köszöntünk mindenkit, aki diák, és aki nem diák azt is, aki érettségire készül, de olyanoknak is szól a mi angol óránk, akik nem készülnek érettségre, csak egyszerűen gyakorolnának. Az a jó az idegen nyelv tanulásban, hogy nem csak a vizsgára készülünk, hanem a való életre is. Éppen ezért bele is vágok rögtön. I switch into English. Today's topic is art and entertainment. You have to be able to talk about art and entertainment at a final exam, at a language exam, but many times in real life. When you meet some friends, some native speaker or just English speaker, colleagues, you're organizing a program or just chat around the table, everybody must be able to talk about entertainment, things that entertain us, okay? So today we are going to talk about films, books, music. We will mention photography and we will talk about some leisure hobbies, okay? I say leisure, some people in Great Britain say leisure, okay? In America they say leisure, right? Or some American people say leisure. So, what kind of short questions can you have at, let's say, at a final exam, oral part? Okay, for example, what kind of films do you like watching and why? Types of films can be thrillers, horror movie, well, okay, I don't like that, adventure movies, romantic comedies, historical dramas, documentary films, disaster films, musicals, okay? And there are a lot of other types of films, road movie, okay, for example. And anyway, if we talk about films, we can say go to the cinema, and in America you will say go to the movies, okay? So these are the types of movies, and why do you like them? Well, you find out about the reason because you're interested in history. For example, you like documentary films because you are really into history, or you are really interested in history, and you would like to find out about more details of an era in history. Or you like adventure movies because they are gripping. Oh, I forgot to mention science fiction. A lot of people like science fiction films. Okay, you can like romantic comedies because they have a happy ending. Some negative adjectives about films can be, because maybe you say what types of films you don't like, certainly don't. And some films can be dull, slow moving. Dull means boring, okay? It can be slow moving, can be slushy. Slushy is not a B1 level vocabulary, it's rather advanced vocabulary, but why not learning? Slushy means csöpögős. Okay, and it can be depressing. And there are a lot of other things that you can say about a movie, but these are some examples. Next question, what kind of music do you listen to in your free time? Well, you know even better than I do. Rock music, pop music, heavy metal, techno music, rap, rock and roll, jazz, okay? You can like gospel music, and classical music, opera, why not? And I really hope nobody will ask you why. Why do you like this music? Because what can we say to that? I like it because this is what I like. I mean, you can say I like the rhythm, but every type of music has a rhythm. Maybe because of the content they sing about, like they talk about different things in a rap music than in well, rock music. So you can find some reasons. Okay, it's not easy. Next question. Which one do you prefer, reading a book or watch a film? Here, another question. When you get this question, you might feel a little bit confused. Is it a question about the same story, a novel and the film adaptation of that same novel? or we're just talking about two different hobbies, like watching films and reading books. My suggestion is that you can answer both, okay? You don't need to ask back. You can start to answer both things, okay? Both points, like why is it good to watch a film? You can follow the plot in a quicker and easier way. Watching a film is convenient and quite entertaining. It's more of a social experience. You can watch movies together with your family or together with some friends. You can laugh a lot together, and later when you get together somewhere, you can talk about it. You can have this feeling of memories, okay? And of course, a lot of films have special effects, and they can be really entertaining and spectacular, okay? Spectacular, right? Reading a book, why is it good to read a book? You can picture whatever you want. To picture means that you create a picture in your brain, okay, about the character's face, the landscape, the house, anything. You use your own imagination more, and it's really useful for everybody. A book might give you more insight into the characters and more depth of the plot, okay? So describe the story more deeply. Let me put it this way. Okay, now what happens if you get a situation, get art and entertainment topic in form of a situation? Okay, your English-speaking friend is coming to Budapest for a week. You and your brother or sister are discussing which programs would be entertaining or interesting for your friend. And your brother or sister's role will be played with by your examinator teacher, your English teacher. Okay, in this situation you need two things. Expressions of agreement and disagreement, and you need to be able to enlist a variety of programs, okay? Because don't forget that when you are at an exam, the situation should last until 5 minutes at least. It's very good if it lasts for 3 or 4, but yeah, ideally it lasts for 5 minutes. And of course, if you talk to some friends, it's very good that you learn the names of some leisure centers in Hungary, and you should be able to talk about them. So you can go to a concert, a movie, you can go to the zoo, but it's easy. I mean, these words are easy. You can go to a water park. In Hungary we call it aqua park, and maybe they will understand it even if you say it to an English-speaking person. But the name is water park with slides, okay? Slides, choose them. You can go to a folkloric festival, which is really spectacular. You can see the landmarks of Hungary. You can buy souvenirs and local products. You can taste goulash soup. Remember, at every folkloric festival, somebody will come up with the idea of cooking a large bowl of goulash soup, so you will be able to taste that. Okay? Watch folkloric dance show. Watch a folkloric dance show, which can be interesting and really nice for a tourist. You can go sightseeing, of course, see the landmarks, the famous sites of Budapest or another city. You can visit historical monuments, statues, castles, cathedrals, but that's the traveling vocabulary, but why not mentioning? You can go to a museum. Now, some special things in Hungary, bobsled in Visegrad, okay? We have a bobsled. It's a summer and winter bobsled center, so you can try that. It's really great fun. You can go bowling, and you can go to a trampoline park. For example, I can't say companies' names here, but there are two famous trampoline parks in Budapest. These are not playhouses for small children. These are leisure centers for teenagers and adults. Children from a certain age can go, of course, but with their parents. You can go to a karaoke bar, and another thing is a chairlift, zugliget chairlift, which is libegő. Such a great fun, okay? You sit on it, and it's a way of transport. It will take you from one point to the top of a mountain, and you can look around, you can travel at the same time, and you have a beautiful landscape in front of you. So bobsled, trampoline park, chairlift, folkloric festivals, these are the things that you can suggest during the dialogue, but you can suggest these things for your own friends in real life situations. And then you agree, you disagree, you tell your brother why it's a good idea, why it's not, okay? But if you are able to enlist a lot of different programs, the conversation will keep going, okay? And now we get to the third part of the exam, picture description. So maybe you get two pictures. One is about an art exhibition, and the other one is about some young people on a roller coaster. Two different leisure activities, and then you are supposed to talk about it for 3 minutes. Now what can you say? Which leisure activity is good for what? Which one would you choose? And let's talk about these things. If you go to an art exhibition, you can see a variety of paintings and drawings on display. So what kind of paintings? Like, they can be portraits of people, they can be landscapes, or still lifes. Still life is csendélet. And be careful when you use the plural form, you don't use the plural form of life, which is lives normally, but in the case of still life, you say still lives, okay? Okay, painters can use oil or watercolors, okay? The style can be realistic or abstract. Different techniques and effects can be really nice to have a look at. And you can, of course, go to a photography exhibition, photography, which is the art of capturing light in a special way, in an artistic way, creating an image and make it look like, present it in a way that the artist, the photographer, would like to present it to you, okay, from a different angle, with different lights. So very spectacular, very nice, very interesting. It's a very interesting art, exciting. Roller coaster, it's a fun activity. It has no cultural value, but it can be a great social experience. You go with your friends, family members, you just chill out completely, okay? You forget about your everyday work, you get rid of stress, and you get another dose of another type of stress. And it's very good to chill out, but be careful if you have acrophobia. Don't go to do it. What is acrophobia? I think it's an important expression to learn. It's the fear of heights. It's the fear of going up too high. For example, climbing a rope in PE lesson, or you sit on a chairlift and you go too high, and you have it's an extreme fear, a phobia of heights, okay? Acrophobia, and don't mix it up with agoraphobia, which is different, which means you don't like to go out from home, and you have a phobia of a crowd of people. Okay. So if you have acrophobia, if you have an extreme fear of heights, it's not a good idea to go on a roller coaster, and maybe it's something you can mention when you talk about programs or when you talk about these things at an exam. But of course, if it's a real life situation and you have fear of heights, if you have acrophobia, it's important for you to learn this expression and be able to tell it to your friends. Otherwise, they will take you to a really gripping program, but I'm not sure you will enjoy. Okay, so if you go on a roller coaster, you can feel sick, you can feel dizzy, like szédülni, feel dizzy. Some people throw up, okay? Very nasty, but I hope it will never happen to you guys. Now, that's all about some examples of art and entertainment. I hope that you find a lot of different ways to entertain yourselves, even when you have to stay at home. But I'm sure you can find a lot of very useful and good things. And I wish you good luck with your studies, preparing for the final exam and preparing for real life. See you next time. Goodbye.